It's Plush2x, and today I've got an idea that can make these sleep masks a little bit more comfortable, a little bit better. Now this is my third sleep mask that I bought. Sleep mask. The first one was a little something like this, and I had a complaint about the size of it because they're kind of small. You know, they barely fit over your head, and you know, the light still comes in from around because it's barely covering, you know, the eyes. So I decided to find a different one, which is a little bit bigger. You see, see the difference in the size. So this is a little bit wider for the face, you see. And I liked it because it covers a whole lot more and blocks the light. And now that problem was solved, I found another issue that I didn't, you know, pay too much attention to on the first one, which is one like this, because I was too busy complaining about the size of it. But here was the other issue on the first one that I bought before this one. The string that's attached to it is too short. It's almost like flat, and that's really terrible because if you think about it, you need space. You know, a head, the thing is going around people's head and it's squeezing the mess out of people's brains, and it gives poor circulation. That stuff is so tight. It's too tight. And then, you know, different hairstyles, you're meshing up your hairstyles. So, and this was the third one. The first one I bought, didn't really notice. And then I bought it here, and I was like, okay, maybe it's because it's a different one. So I went back and I noticed that the string was short on this one. So I went and bought a third one, which was this one here, to compare the strings, because I forgot about the first one. I was super busy complaining about the size of it, and I forgot about the strings. So I bought a third one, which is this. And the string was also short like this one. And so I decided to take the string off of this one here and attach it to this one to make it longer, so it could be like I can tie it myself on how I want it. So it could be a lot longer to fit over my head and not be squeezing, you know, my head and giving me a headache and stuff. So, and that was a while ago I did this. And now recently I came up with another idea. And instead of cutting the string off of this one, I'm gonna buy another one like this, and I'm going to cut the string in half and attach it to the ends of these so that it could be like to go over my ears. Instead of over my whole head, it's gonna go over my ears. You know, like one of those face masks, like the surgeon mask or painter's mask. So it's gonna go over my ear like this, over this ear and over this ear, which is good because then you don't have to worry about it messing up your hairstyle or being too tight. Or you can do this option here, you know, add a string and make it longer. And here's one thing I also don't like about these strings. They pop easily. It's like little tiny rubber bands in them. And they pop really easy. And then it becomes real gummy, like this gluey thing. And this is really dangerous on the skin when it gets on your skin. I'm trying to find one part here, because when I cut it, and see, I'm gonna be able to see it. So zoom in. I'm getting the light. Trying to find one spot. 1 second here. You see it popped in a few spots. Okay, where's the clarity on this thing? Maybe I gotta zoom back out. Zoom back out, trying to find it, because it gets real sticky, and it is not really, it's not good for the skin to have that material on. Try to see if you can be seen. You see it sticking out right there? That's the rubber band, part of the rubber band. You see it? It's actually, look, it's on my skin right there that I just pulled off. And yeah, it's like really not good. And it looks like these. And it comes off in crumbs and makes a big mess on your bed after a while. And I wish they stopped using these little rubber bands. They don't only use it for these face masks, they also use it for these satin head nets. I mean, not head nets, head bonnets. And you know, this is another problem. This head bonnet is too tight. That band, do they know that these things is going over people's head? I don't know whose head they're measuring, but these things, those bands be too tight. The face mask is tight and the headbands, the head bonnet is too tight. So I bought one and I got tired of it being too tight. So I made little snippets in it, you know, to make it a little bit bigger. And it worked for a little while, but after a while, the rubber bands start deteriorating. The little rubber bands start deteriorating and the whole thing just fell apart and now it looks like this. You know how this is what happens when it just don't work and you try to fix it. What am I gonna do with this? Look. So now I found another one. They decided to make another one because, you know, they've been making these ones forever. And then I found another one which is better. It doesn't have the rubber band thing. I guess someone heard my cry because I've been complaining about this for a while. So yeah, it doesn't have those little rubber bands that pop so easily and just it ruins everything. But yeah, they decided to add a drawstring to it. This is the type I have now. It's not a rubber band. It's I believe it's cotton. And it's a drawstring. So you can tie it however you like. Which is good. It's a good idea. It beats the drawstring. It'll last a lot longer too. So yeah. So the drawstring is the way to go. You know, I kind of like the band, but they just need a better rubber band. The little tiny black one, it pops too easily. And they need to stop making it so tight. You know, I like rubber bands, but they need to not make it so tight and better quality of it as well. But until then, this one has no rubber band. It's not as tight, but you know, you can pull it. But that's the thing, it's limited. It's kind of loose, big, but it still needs work. So still need to work on the head bonnet and they still need to work on the face mask. But that's my little remedy for right now until, you know, they make better ones. Alright, it's Plush2x. Peace.